This is a Headgum original.
In 1977, NASA sent 2 solid gold records into space so that aliens might find them and understand life on Earth.
I send greetings on behalf of the people of our planet and friendly wishes to all who may encounter this Voyager.
Now, we're making new records with our friends.
We step out of our solar system into the universe, seeking only peace and friendship. We know full well that our planet and all its inhabitants are but a small part of this immense universe that surrounds us.
Hello from the children of planet Earth.
EJ, Anya, Casey.
Shelby.
Wow.
Oh, man.
It's crazy.
Are you...
For some reason, that made me feel like something really bad's going to happen the week that this releases. That's the way we started off. Do you know what I mean? Like, war will start again somewhere.
Yeah.
And we're going to be like, oh.
Good thing we released that. Yeah. Yay.
Yeah, whoa. This is the second time I've been like, we are recording a little bit ahead of time.
Yeah.
We'll be honest about that.
I don't want to hide that.
You have a problem
right?
with us being proactive?
Okay.
Talk to your therapist.
Yeah, seriously, because we're talking to ours.
I can't stop talking to mine.
I'm obsessed.
I'm having a blast in there. My favorite part of the day, my therapy appointment.
Which I have every day.
2 p.m. every day.
Yeah.
No. We are ahead of time. So now this is the second time that we've been like, I wonder what's going to happen the week that this releases.
Yeah.
We talked about that a little bit in Jamie Loftus's episode.
It's hard to sort of tempt fate, by begging the questions.
Yeah, by being like, how's the week?
Yeah.
It's awesome. Like, it feels so crazy to be like, things are really awesome this week because we don't know that they will be.
Yeah, things are feeling good. Yeah, you can never know, and I think this is a really good way to approach everything. You can never know how things are going to go, and a lot of times they go badly. You know what I mean? So it's good to be prepared for the worst at all times, and I think everyone should. I'm just kidding. I like to expect the best.
Oh. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that seems to pay off.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, thanks for going to our podcast about how to strategize
being alive
winning
in 2022. This is a billionaire mindset podcast where we teach you how to become a billionaire in under 6 years flat. First things first, you're going to want to mine for some Bitcoin. And second, you're going to hope that it recovers. Or any of the other, currency that we do now.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it crazy that we were just like, money's computers now?
Dude, I can't even, start with the freaking digital money thing, man. I'm like, don't even get me started. You do not want to hear me talk about it.
It was always one of those things where it was like, an annoying person would be like, we literally made up money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you'd be like,
why don't we just print more money?
And you're like, okay. And now it's like, no, we literally made up money because now it's fake. It's online and it's fake.
Oh, or the thing when people are talking about, rich people and their investments or whatever, and they're like, well, money's all speculative. I'm like, now what are you talking about?
And by the way, all of you in Bitcoin are being really so stupid because I'll tell you what, you guys know this. It sucks. My dad just died.
Yeah.
He had done a little dabbling in it, and it was almost impossible to recover those funds. So if you
don't dabble,
if you want to leave money to people, get fucking realistic about it. It's not going to be in Bitcoin.
Yeah, be real.
Because it's all encrypted. It's hard to find, and if you're not the person, it's almost impossible. So maybe stop being so selfish and get rid of Bitcoin or any of those. Like, what are they even called?
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency. And why is
we
it
have our
even
financial
that way?
expert in the room with us.
I know that we're really late to talking about crypto.
But everyone's been begging. You guys have to make a statement on crypto. Like, that's like the next thing that Keeping Our Heads needs to do. I understand that we're talking about
crypto after the fall.
Yeah.
But I'm still unhappy with it. I think it's one of the stupidest things we've ever done.
Yeah.
And people are still talking NFTs. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's dead.
I'm sick of it. I'm so
dead and
sick
buried.
of it.
I understand you built a business on it for the week that it was popular. It didn't take you that long to build it. It won't take you that long to tear it down.
Right.
Rome wasn't built in a day, but NFTs were. And that's why Rome lasted and NFTs did not.
Yeah. Last time I checked, Rome is still there. So.
Roman Empire is not there.
No,
yeah, but they didn't say the Roman Empire is
not there.
I didn't say the Roman Empire. I said Rome.
I said Rome.
I've been to Rome. It's still there. All roads lead there.
To Rome.
If you drive, all roads get there.
Yes, that's what this.
Literally, get in your car. If you're in New York right now, get in your car.
Because New Yorkers famously have cars, and get in that one that you have.
You're going to find yourself in Rome pretty quick.
Really soon. Jeez, you guys.
Anya's so mad at me. Anya's mad that I said Rome didn't fall.
Yeah, it's like, okay.
No,
it's like, oh, we
Rome didn't fall. The Roman Empire fell. Rome exists. You can go to Rome right now with your family.
Lizzie McGuire shot in Rome. Like, I don't know what else. Like,
yeah, I don't know how you're trying to look me in the eyes and say Rome doesn't exist when Lizzie McGuire went there and met her literal twin.
Right.
And then fell in love with a very, very bad guy.
Mm-hmm. You're telling me
that.
And
at the end of the day, figured out that she's actually in love with her best friend.
Yeah. Like.
So yeah, Rome doesn't exist. Rome is the place of love.
It's just, I hate this spreading misinformation, you know, like.
Anya's just like being like
it's gaslighting,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, gaslighting.
Yeah.
Wait, the other day I was high, which foreshadow.
Yeah, foreshadowing.
But I was high and I this is admitting a lack of thought.
That's okay.
Previously.
That's fine.
But I have a gaslight in my house and I was like, oh shit, that's what gaslighting is referring to. Because someone was like, you know that there's a fire in here? And I was like, no, that's just the gaslight. And I was like, oh my God, I'm being gaslit into thinking there's a fire in my house. There's not a fire, it's a gaslight.
God. Oh my God. Yeah, cut everything. I just need to think about that for like 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. Well,
listen. Little freaks.
Calm down. First of all.
Freak-a-leak. We have never played that song on this podcast. We should. It's a good song. And it really speaks to them. The freaks.
And Little Freak by Usher. Have you guys not heard this song?
Didn't you bring this up already?
I did, but no one really responded.
I think it's because I haven't heard it.
You're my little freak. Well, just give it a listen. You're going to enjoy it.
Hey, also, Little Freak by Harry Styles. Still haven't listened to it, but a lot of you wanted me to note that it happened.
And Harry Styles was in the... Well, we don't have to bring him up.
Well, he was in the news this week.
He was in the news this week because he was saying some weird stuff. Which is a couple weeks before you're listening to this.
So
when you listen to this, you'll be like, oh, I remember that week.
Or he'll clarify that he's straight or whatever is going on with him. Will be clarified by the time you listen to this. God, I hope.
I mean, that's what I'm mostly hoping for.
Yeah. Is he Jewish? No. Is he trying to... there's so much about him. He's the everyman, and in that way, people are upset.
He's the everyman and the no man.
He's nobody and he's somebody. He's Harry Styles. Welcome to...
Our guest, Harry Styles. No.
But for real, we are so excited for the Harry Styles of guests today.
Yeah.
You know our guest extremely well.
Yeah.
You've seen her on Grand Crew on NBC. She's the host of Nailed It on Netflix. And Wipeout, which is on TBS. She has the podcast Why Won't You Date Me? And of course has Newcomers, which is on this network. Headgum.
Headgum.
You know it. You love it. This is a Headgum podcast.
You know that one, you guys.
She's a comedian. She's an actress. She's a TV host. She's a podcaster. She's the light of your lives and the star of your hearts. Nicole Byer. Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole.
Hi.
What's up?
You know, what isn't up? No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Life is good. I can't complain.
Amazing.
Sure.
I feel like I could sometimes complain.
Yeah, I mean,
could you complain?
I complain. I complain sometimes.
You don't like to complain?
I mean, I guess like not on the record, not on a podcast. I complain
I have a ton
all
of
the
complaints.
time.
I have a ton of complaints. I was complaining just moments ago. What's up? What's going on with you? What are you working on today?
What am I working on today? Well, I'm doing this podcast, and then I have to go do a voiceover after this. I worked out with my trainer, Ben, this morning, who lives in England. What else?
With him you were with him in what capacity? He lives in England.
I flew to England, did my workout.
Wouldn't that be
flew back,
popped on over.
Red-eyed bushy tail.
That's like the like now there's all the like the Kardashians are using more water than they should or whatever. Like that's the new news that we keep getting. Wouldn't it be so funny if that's what came out about you? It was like Nicole Byer flies to London every morning for a quick workout and then flies back. They're like, she's using way too much water and gas on the planes.
But it's like Ben's just
Honestly,
so good.
I wouldn't mind because that means I'm doing really well. If that's what the news is about me, that I'm wasting resources.
Literally.
You know, I'm thriving and I don't care.
For all the news to be like, Nicole's doing too good. She's wasting stuff now. She's doing too good. She's wasting.
Yeah, like I'm sure Kim Kardashian does not care that the news is reporting that she's wasting water. She's like, I'm living a great life.
Yeah. So yesterday I was just scrolling like the Twitter trending topics, and that was one of them. And then there was another thing on her that was like, Kim Kardashian beats Hillary Clinton in a battle on law knowledge.
Oh,
and I was
my
like,
God.
oh my God. I was like, Kim Kardashian stays winning in the news right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wait, did they have like, what was it, like a rap battle where they were like, there was a circle around them and they're just like spitting law knowledge at each other?
I
guess. I guess.
Yeah, like how did we measure that?
They should do like a gauntlet style competition where Kim Kardashian goes head to head against like all of our well-known law minds.
I mean,
because if she were to continue winning, it would be like, what a shift on her haters. Like her haters would have to just be like, no, but for real, she is smart.
She is smart.
No, but for real, she's got something.
She definitely has something special.
She is smart.
She has to be.
We're talking about her right now.
Yeah.
Well, Kris Jenner is like the smartest person.
There's like a meme that's like the devil works hard, Kris Jenner works harder, and I believe it.
I was gonna say, and that's not wrong.
No.
If my kid had a sex tape, I could not turn it into an empire.
Yeah. Huh.
That's what you think.
Right.
Well,
But if my kid was very like hot,
I was gonna say hot enough.
Put it on tape. It's like, well, all right. I mean, it's gonna get out. Your friends are gonna slut shame you. Why not get paid while getting slut shamed? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think some people knock it, but I'm like, a lot of people have sex for free.
Oh my! And they shouldn't be.
A lot of people. I know some of them.
I'm not hating that she created an empire. I'm just saying I don't know that that's where my brain would go. Like,
I mean,
if my
yes.
daughter was like, "Oh God, I'm fucking my boyfriend on tape," and it's getting out, I would be like, "All right, well, we're changing our names, I guess." I don't know. I was like, I would
be like, oh no, you better get you a Patreon and put it behind the paywall.
Yeah. Well, now, you have
that's
OnlyFans.
smart.
I would be like, all right, Ray J, I will work with you on this.
Yeah.
We're doing it in a pay-per-view, like a fight, like one of those like boxing fights, MMA.
Yeah, why not?
$1,000 per seat. But I'll watch it live with you, and I'll comment.
See, I wouldn't watch it with my daughter, because then I think I'd be well, you didn't do that right.
I meant me as the one having sex. I guess I played both roles.
Oh, I see.
I double casted myself. I wanted to be booked. I wanted to be booked, so I double casted myself.
I love that Nicole's first response is like, well, I'd have too much feedback. Obviously, I couldn't.
I would have no my
I'd
daughter
be
fucks.
like, you're not doing that right. Like, I can do that better. Here's how I would do it.
God,
Immediately
wouldn't it be
competitive.
so haunting to know as a parent if your kid fucks like you?
Oh, God.
Like to be like, oh shit, you
The
do
apple
that
doesn't
too?
fall far from the tree when it comes to sucking dick.
Chris at first watches like, I do that same move. She's like, I do that. It's a bonding moment for them.
Okay, well, that's just, I mean, that's a great idea. I would watch that movie.
Fuck. I have to go, Nicole. I have to write a film.
You got to write a feature.
Nicole, I have a question for you. Mm-hmm. If we were creating our own golden records, what would be the first thing you would put on them?
Our own golden records, where it's like something I want to keep.
So, like the original records were, NASA sent them in the 70s. And the idea was like, these will go into space. And if aliens ever found them, they would be like, oh, that's what Earth is like.
Oh, okay. This was not explained to me like that. Okay, so it's something I'm making.
We'll have a conversation.
I'm making a list of things to show aliens.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that just sort of like encapsulate like.
Everything you picked, I think, works.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the best pieces of humanity.
Okay, well, the first thing I said was Dunkaroos.
Hell yeah! They should see those. Nicole's like, one thing that explains the human race.
Boom, easy.
I mean, you know what? I do think it explains Americans in general.
Yes.
It's a cookie that you dip in frosting and you send it with children to school, but adults can have them too.
So true. When you put it like that.
I love Dunkaroos. I love it's rainbow chip frosting that is in the Dunkaroos I prefer. You can get the chocolate frosting, but I don't know why you'd ever.
It's less
I love
fun.
the rainbow chips. I think it's less fun too because the rainbow chips are colorful.
Yeah.
It's a rainbow in your mouth. It is sweet on sweet. It's very American to be like, you know what, we're gonna put on a cookie frosting.
Yeah, and there's a culture around Dunkaroos because they were discontinued for a time.
They were.
I
And
didn't
then
know that.
the culture around them was like, no, we're going to keep this shit alive.
Like Dippin' Dots, you can find them now at gas stations. I fucking love the ice cream of the future that failed.
Yeah, it's like,
So
what
good.
future?
Yeah,
I
truly.
think Dippin' Dots would be an incredible thing to show the aliens because it's like, this is what we thought we would be like in the future, and we couldn't have
Okay,
been more
right.
wrong.
I'm going to remove Dunkaroos and replace it with Dippin' Dots, the ice cream of the future.
I like thinking about your records as a negotiation between all of us. I'm like, I hear your Dunkaroos and I raise you Dippin' Dots. And you're like, fine,
I mean,
we'll settle.
basically, I love Dippin' Dots. The cookies and cream, incredible. The strawberry is my favorite.
Yeah, that one is nice and classic.
What's the one that's like all the colors in one?
Like,
I
is
think
it like
that's
a
Rainbow
funfetti?
Sherbet.
Oh.
Rainbow sherbet.
Yeah.
It's
Or
crazy
maybe
that
it's
they have
not
a
sherbet.
sherbet.
Maybe that's ice cream too. Maybe it's like rainbow ice cream.
No,
Well, I got a computer in front of me. I guess I have to get to
Yeah,
Googling.
we need to get
this
to the
is why
bottom
we
of
asked
this.
Nicole to zoom in.
Yeah.
We wanted to make sure she was doing
Okay,
research.
rainbow. And this is what people love about podcasts, when people type
Yeah.
rainbow
If you can make it
Dippin'
loud.
Dots.
Yeah, make it as loud as possible.
Hopefully you have one of those ones that people use in ASMR.
Yeah, do you have a typewriter by chance?
I think it's just, what flavor is rainbow Dippin' Dots? It's a colorful blend of strawberry, orange, lemon, lime, and blue raspberry.
What?
Ices?
Ices.
Oh.
I feel like that makes
Ices.
sense because when I've seen that melt, it's translucent, which to me,
Oh, I see.
Wait, Dippin' Dots can't melt?
yes.
So it's
they
like an
can.
icy.
I thought Dippin' Dots like were unmeltable.
No, they melt.
Oh.
No, they melt. They melt in your mouth, not in your hands. They're the ice cream of M&Ms.
Well, that's what wait.
If
I
you
thought
leave it in the cup long enough, you're walking around Cedar Point,
Oh,
and you've got a
don't
cup
even
of-
get me started, shall we, on Cedar
cup of
Point?
Dippin' D's. You got a cup of Dippin' D's.
Right.
It's hot. You get on a ride. Your mom holds the cup for you while you go. She doesn't even take a bite. She's honoring you.
Mom.
And your spirit.
Are you serious?
You get on the ride, you come down, the sun's beating on them for the past, however long it took to get in the line and everything. They're melted a little.
A little.
Not all the way.
But I think it's good melted. I like them melted.
Well, it's less harsh on your mouth because the surface area of a Dippin' Dot gives you freezer burn a little. And I celebrate Dippin' Dots, to be clear.
I'm just like, okay, if your Dippin' Dots are melting, why were they even in dot formation in the first place?
Fun.
Because it's fun to eat. Get with it. What is wrong with you? What, you don't like a cup of balls?
I love
to
it. No.
spoon into your mouth?
Nobody loves
to
a cup
eat
of
ice
balls
cream
more
like
than
they're
me.
peas and they fall off your spoon?
There's the dot formation is not practical. It's full energy. It's a full spirit.
So it's like holding a bunch of bees in your mouth.
Bees or beads?
Like well, I meant bees because you said full of energy, so I'm sort of imagining like a flurry. But anyway.
Because beads is actually pretty good.
Like bees? B-E-E-S? Bees or beads?
They're saying it's like having bees in your mouth, like a buzz.
No,
like a honeybee.
They're not animated.
Exactly.
They're just balls that sit in your mouth.
So the balls are not living. Well, no,
they're not living. But if they were like Pop Rocks, then I would say they're like ice cream bees.
Ooh, now
because
Pop
those
Rocks,
have a real spirit. Those have a personality.
Pop Rocks,
they do. They're very peppy.
I mean, I'm shooting up into space if I'm Pop Rocks.
Can you imagine sending? Okay, now to continue the negotiations.
Yeah.
Sending Pop Rocks to space.
Those aliens.
And then the aliens try that. We don't tell them anything about them. They're in a loose bag.
Uh-oh.
They're in a loose bag.
And it just says like
Unlabeled.
"Eat me" on the bag. It's like we don't tell. It doesn't have the title Pop Rocks on them, so they don't know these are gonna pop, and they don't know what's going on. But they know they should eat them.
Okay.
And then
See,
all of a
I think
sudden they're
that's
like,
mean.
Oh,
That's mean because it's startling. You're like, oh my God, I put an explosive in my mouth.
Right.
As opposed to Dippin' Dots where it's like, oh, this is like melty, yummy goodness.
yeah. Wait,
It's
because
true. It is kind of mean.
can you imagine? Actually, imagine. You put Pop Rocks in your mouth, you know absolutely nothing about them. I would think I was being like electrocuted, like legitimately. Like I would be like, this is not food.
Okay, we give them a loose bag of Pop Rocks. On there is a Post-it note that says, "Eat me."
Why loose? Why not keep them in the package? I
that
truly
says-
think there's no difference.
That says Pop Rocks. Then they understand it should pop.
They can't read English.
Right. Why
That's
would
my thought as well. But people seem to be mixed on that.
So maybe a photo, a sort of a image, a diagram of a mouth.
Yeah,
If
you'll
they
have to
can't
draw
read it,
some
then
pictures.
keep them in the Pop Rocks container.
Wait a minute. What if aliens don't have mouths? What if they just have buttholes?
Gotta
They-
put them in their butthole, unfortunately. Unfortunately, then, Nicole, thank you for asking. They have to put them up
Yeah.
their butthole.
That's it. I was worried about that too. Yeah.
Okay, so you've changed out Dippin' Dots for Dunkaroos. I think the one thing about
Yes.
Dunkaroos that is powerful for the records is like, yeah, the culture around it, the way that we brought them back is such a message on consumerism.
yeah.
That we were like, no, we will pay for them still.
Yeah.
And they were like, fine, we'll do that. And Dippin'
Yeah.
Dots is a similar lesson in consumerism, which is nobody has to be buying these for this business to continue.
Well, but okay, so Dippin' Dots were like in the malls and stuff, and then they went away, and now they're at gas stations.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not how I want to have a Dippin' Dot. It is how you want to have a
Really?
Dippin' Dot.
I like getting gas and sometimes going inside to get a water and going, Dippin' Dots, you don't say.
It just feels like I need someone serving them to me the way
You need.
I need someone scooping a bunch of beads into a cup for me.
Fair, you know, that thrill is gone because you have to get them in a package where they're just rolling around loose.
They're pre-scooped. I
Yes.
want to watch them scoop it and see that there's another bead from another flavor that has made its way into my cup.
And you go, bonus bead.
And I go, shit, I'm having cookies and cream with one bead of mint.
That sounds amazing.
Nicole, what is next on your records?
Okay, next on my records is, I guess I should keep it to edible things, a vodka soda.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah.
Speak on that.
Yeah. Please.
So I like a vodka soda. I think they're refreshing, delightful. I used to exclusively in my 20s drink Stoli Raspberry. I cannot drink it anymore. It makes me, how you say, ill.
Yeah. That's how we say it, yeah.
Yeah, but truly, I think a vodka soda is just like delicious, delightful, and it's like an easy thing to drink in a club or whatever. And I think, I think it's good. It's a staple of a drink.
Mm-hmm. Are you getting a splash of anything? Are you getting a lime? What are you? Any accoutrements?
I'm a purist, and I don't do lemon or lime, and I don't want a splash of anything in my drink because that takes away from the booze.
Clear.
Yes,
clear as
clear.
day.
Wow.
Like my favorite mimosa is one without orange juice.
There you go.
I love that. I am historically a gin and tonic girl. I've recently found my way into a tequila soda situation.
Ooh, I don't like
Tequila soda, I can do that. I'll do that later in the night when I'm trying to like stay awake because tequila is an upper.
Vodka was that was what I drank all of high school. And so I have a hard time with that.
Vodka's tough. I don't know.
It is a gateway. It's a gateway drink.
Alcohol. It's a gateway booze.
But I do love vodka-based things. I've recently branched out into like a vodka, elderflower, club soda, champagne cocktail.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
You're leveling up.
It's very
really
refreshing.
Okay, wait. You're going to be making your way to
technically-
Wasteful soon. You're going on that jet to London for a workout. I can tell based on the drink order evolution.
Uh-oh.
A Stoli Raspberry to a champagne elderflower vodka. I mean, we're going to London for a workout.
Yes, I'm going to London for the morning, darling.
We used to drink. Did you drink in high school?
Yeah, a little bit. I had like Fireball and like Mike's Hard.
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Look, I love a Mike's Hard.
No hate on. Listen, I fuck with a twisted tea if I need to, but we had like the vodka that was like a plastic handle. Like Zanka.
Oh, God.
Sure, yeah.
It's like watered down.
Zanka, Georgie, Nicola.
That's
all of them came in plastic handles.
That's where I have had to sort of distance myself from the vodka family for a while.
Yeah.
Anya,
Sure.
famously extremely Russian, probably loves vodka.
On
Why?
Crazy thing to say.
Is it?
is that? Yeah, Shelby, that's a crazy thing to say.
Shelby, that was a wild thing to say.
Shelby, what the hell?
Really drinks.
It's not okay.
Everyone's calling me out of pocket for saying Russians drink vodka, sort of
My
their
mom
classic
drinks-
thing.
My mom drinks pepper vodka with hot sauce.
Oh, I've heard that that's good.
That's all she does.
What is pepper
It's like
vodka?
absolute pepper.
That's the first drink I ever had by mistake.
Really?
Isn't that for like fucking Bloody Marys?
Yes, which is why
I
we
love
had
a
it in the
bloody-
house.
Oh.
But I went camping in my front yard with a friend so that we could drink alcohol. We were like, we're gonna
You
drink tonight.
went camping in your front lawn. I don't think you have to say we went.
Yeah.
No, we went. We had to go out the door.
You didn't go
Steps were
nowhere.
taken.
You
Yeah.
just
Drag
camped in your
the
front
tent.
lawn.
We had to put up a tent. There was activity, but the whole idea was we are going to drink tonight.
Yeah.
The idea
Okay.
of putting that much work into drinking now is humiliating. It was like
Yeah.
we were like, okay, we got to get the tent out, we got to put it up, we got to get sleeping bags, and then we got to go steal the vodka, and then we got to get out there and then drink just
so
me and
there's
my
a
two
secret
friends.
in the tent.
Well, couldn't tell my parents. I
Yeah.
was like 14. So
Totally.
we stole whatever alcohol we could find in the house, which was absolute pepper vodka. And we were like, this shit is nasty.
Yeah, it doesn't sound good. And I don't like a Bloody Mary, so I'm not looking for spicy fucking alcohol. I started drinking with absolute vanilla, and I cannot drink it anymore.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Stoli raspberry and absolute vanilla.
Ugh.
It's an intense
Can't
one.
drink them.
Yeah.
But I can do a grape. Sky grape. Ooh wee.
Yeah, what's your vodka of choice right now?
If I'm feeling wild and that I want to die and have a hangover, Sky grape.
Okay.
If I don't want a hangover, I do Kettle One.
Okay.
Or like Tito's.
Yeah.
Grey Goose, I think, is like fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Belvedere is a nice one.
I love when people know. I get so. I need to have a day where I set out all the alcohols and just taste each one, because when a bartender says which kind, I'm just like, oh, and then whatever one I see.
Yeah.
That works as long as it's not Well's disgusting.
Right.
Yeah.
I've distanced myself from Well. I'm doing okay enough that I'm not doing well.
Great.
Good.
I'm doing well enough.
You're
to
doing
not do
well.
I'm
You're
not
not
doing well.
drinking well spirits.
Do well, don't drink it. That's what I always say.
There you go.
Wow. Okay. I'm learning so much.
EJ's my
I'm 14.
student.
I love it.
What would you want? Would you want to give an experience? So an alien drinking a vodka soda for the first time, is there an experience you want them to have, a bar you want them to be at? Or do you want them like outside on the beach? They could be anywhere.
Yeah.
There's this bar that I'm obsessed with. It's called The Nice Guy. It's across the street from Largo.
Okay.
And one of my favorite bartenders in the whole world, his name is Joe. He's there. If you go, tell Joe Nicole sent you, because I fucking love him. He is delightful. He's a good time. And I think if the aliens went there, the aliens would be like, oh, wow, like Earth is nice and fun and people party.
And they would be like, we don't need to fight these people.
Yeah.
We don't need to fight the human race.
Yeah,
They're good
I'm
here.
hoping that the aliens don't want to fight us. I would love to be abducted.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not good here.
Sure.
Earth people are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's get out of here. Let's see what else is going on.
Right.
Yeah, my fear is that they come down and they're like, they're completely blank slated, and then they see, like, the first thing they see is like a Donald Trump rally, and they're like, wait, we like this guy. and then there's more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that. But like, if they abduct me first, then they'll be like, "Oh, this is the good person. This is good human.
This is what we should. These are the. This is who we worship.
This
now.
is like,
then you're queen.
Oh, you're
yes,
so you're
I'm
a queen,
Nicole.
Ooh, that could be really fun.
I could be a queen of the aliens. This is great, guys. Let's just have fun.
Yeah, guys, let's just have fun. Vodka
You're like,
sodas for
first of
everybody.
all, let's just relax.
Yeah.
Pull out a couple Dunkaroos.
A vodka soda, and we'll have a nice time.
Oh, that sounds great.
Ew, I just in my head. You know when people got really into like making really elaborate milkshakes on the internet, like really, really big ones? In my head, I saw a vodka soda with a like Dunkaroo frosting rim with like crushed cookies, and I said, "Yuck."
Somebody,
Someone's making it.
Terrible. I'm sure. But I was in Mexico,
but
and I had that exact drink.
and I went to this like very Americanized restaurant or whatever, and they had like a cookie cocktail that was vodka based. It was like vodka and milk and cookies, and it was delicious.
I could see that being good for sure.
Are either of you, Nicole? Do you scroll TikTok often? Ever?
Yes and no. I spend a lot of time on Instagram looking at curated TikToks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear
the
that.
TikToks that make it to Instagram.
So the problem with me on TikTok is that my algorithm is all messed up because I take an interest in one thing one time and try and drop it, and the algorithm won't let me forget.
You can't drop it.
And
You
the
can't
big
drop
thing
it.
is I get a lot of cocktail review TikToks.
Oh,
on
that
my
sounds
feed.
great.
So I'm watching people make cocktails all the time, and a lot of the time they are having a lot of fun with it.
Oh.
Because TikTok is sort of want to do that. So there's a lot of people. That's, I think, why my brain went to the Dunkaroo frosting rim, is because I'm seeing people do some crazy shit, especially with the rims.
Have you ever tried to?
Interesting.
Have you tried to replicate a cocktail you've seen on TikTok? Or?
No, but I did buy a shaker because of it. I was like, fine, I'll buy a shaker. Dare me.
Fine.
I got really into it, like watching those. I get such weird. My TikTok's all messed up. I'm on Lobster Talk. I think I've told you this.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot about how people fish lobsters.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so many
working
cocktail
through it,
reviews.
yeah.
And then people who are mean about people cooking food.
Oh yeah.
People who are mean about people cooking food.
Yeah, like people, I mean, to be fair, they deserve it. It's a lot of white people doing stuff that is nasty with food.
Yeah.
I mean, they are.
Oh, yeah. Where they're like fucking melting Velveeta cheese and rolling it in fucking ground beef.
They're like, all right, we're putting raw pasta and Velveeta cheese in a pan with a bunch of like tuna, and then putting that in the oven, and eventually the noodles will be cooked. I'm like, how so? How do you figure?
It's also like always framed with like, this is such an easy dinner, you guys. You should really try it. Like,
it's cost effective. Your family's gonna love it, and it's one of the grossest things I've ever seen. And I know that it's gross, but I'm not duetting it and telling people about it. But then there's like a whole subset of TikTok that's just like 5 other white dudes being like, this is disgusting. Now they're putting that on. Oh, great. That's how you drop the onions? It's disgusting. And then they do that. And then
you have to watch
get
it.
Those.
Yeah.
I don't even get the original cooking video. I get the guy being mean about the cooking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, does it suck? 100%. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But let's leave him alone.
Yeah. Just let it happen, you know?
Do you get those?
No.
Okay, no worries.
My TikTok For You page is like entirely cat videos, which is...
Okay.
I'm not going to pretend that's not my doing. Like, I interact with those the most, for sure.
I need to do what Nicole's doing and just leave the app and let people curate for me.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. I just watch a lot on Instagram. Although I did watch this one yesterday where this lady was like, I'm going to teach you how to make a margarita. Okay, so you first of all, you get a coffee maker. You fill the top.
I the Skittles or the Starburst.
Yes. And then tequila. And then ice.
Ew.
And then she runs the coffee maker and she's like, look, the tequila's coming through. And then you're going to have a delicious margarita. You can sugar the rim or salt the rim. I do sugar. And I'm like, of course you do. You're trying to get sick.
And then doesn't she put like jalapeno in it?
What? Yeah, she said she muddled. She truly just smashed them around until she was like, I don't know, the seeds are out. And then she poured it in. She's like, yum. And I was like, this is wild. Everyone is wild. And I was like, were people just wild in their houses alone with no cameras before?
That's a really good question.
Like, were people doing this shit to nobody before?
God, I hope not. I hope this is new. I hope this is new for humanity.
I mean, there was a time, I don't know,
It is like where I did that.
I mean, I did crazy stuff in my house. No, but like, you know, there was a time where at least people that I knew would make videos of stuff, but then it was like in the time of Facebook where you would like post it on someone's wall. I don't know if you guys had
that. But I'm like before videos,
right? Before cameras.
We had little pocket fucking computers.
That's when we were making fucking food in white people were making food in Jell-O. So like, yeah, we were doing fucked up shit, but it was different fucked up shit.
Why? Okay, no offense.
No,
how
please.
come white people like to eat so poorly?
Mm-hmm. Thank you for asking. So, so it starts with a lack of culture.
Yeah,
and and then it jumps straight into
boredom,
afraid of spice. And so then you take those two things, and you have limitations. You can't use a lot of spices, so you have to mix a lot of shit together.
Yeah.
To hope that something is interesting on the table. And what I want you to know is interesting does not mean good.
Yeah.
Interesting means interesting.
Interesting does mean interesting.
And for the record, that tequila video that you're talking about, when it showed up on my feed, it was someone reviewing it. I only when it showed up on my feed.
I'm also like, did you ruin your coffee maker? Have you run tequila through it?
I wouldn't
or is
want
like
coffee
every morning a buzz?
The only way I could ever imagine even trying that is if I like was at. Well, first of all, my brain would never go there. But if I was at like a thrift store, like a consignment, and they had an old coffee maker, and I was like, fine, I'll fuck this shit up. It's free.
Well, yeah, you're not gonna do that on your
free. I mean, it's like $1
on your nice coffee maker. I mean, that's where you make your coffee.
The Starburst tequila. Well, and the other thing that I was thinking was like, coffee makers make the coffee hot.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Heat cooks out alcohol.
Well, there is no mixer, so maybe that's what she wanted to make it less alcoholic.
Okay.
So she just wants a juice.
Yeah, I gotta get her a juicer.
She just wants like
I'm gonna DM this woman.
like a whisper of alcohol, but just juice.
It's like you can
sugar
just
juice.
buy
I'm
juice
going
at the store.
to message this woman and tell her about a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Where it's orange juice with a little vodka.
That's what she needs. She'd be happy to hear about that.
She would love that.
She would love that.
No, she'd run it through the coffee maker. Okay, so you put your orange juice it takes time.
Ew, hot orange juice. Ew, 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 ew. Okay, wait.
You don't like hot orange juice? It's not for you?
Something about that makes me actually physically sick. Agree?
I don't drink orange juice.
Okay, I have to gather myself. We're going to take a quick break.
We're going to throw it. Oh.
What's up, little freakadeeks? We got a product for you that we're pushing hard.
Ooh. Oh.
What's the product, DJ?
It's Athletic Greens.
Have you tried it?
Oh, I've tried it.
And do you like it?
Oh my God, you guys. I'm obsessed.
It's really different from like what you guys are thinking means health, because you when you think of health, you're like expensive, tastes really bad, hard to really implement into my routine.
Yes.
Really throws me off.
Yeah.
Wrong. This stuff costs so little. I think we have the stats on it.
Yeah, wait. This stuff is so inexpensive.
It costs you less than $3 a day.
Yeah. And it's like basically cheaper than your cold brew habit. Uh-oh. Guilty.
Ring-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. And it tastes, you're thinking it probably tastes like spinach and broccoli.
Yeah.
Wrong again.
Yeah.
Tastes like a tropical vacation in your mouth. Ever had a Starburst? It's a little bit like that.
Yep. with some zest as well.
It's lifestyle friendly. It's like whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, it's for you. And it contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals, or artificial anything. And again, and I cannot stress this enough, it tastes good.
It tastes really good. It actually does.
Good.
And it's also like, it's like you have all the supplements and the nutrition in one thing. So you don't have to grab all the separate, you don't have to be running around the store grabbing all this.
It's time to take one tiny scoop of Athletic Greens, and right now it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition, especially heading into the flu and cold season, which is every season now. With the way
life.
things are. It's just 1 scoop in a cup of water every day, and that's it. There's no need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. And to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you free 1 year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. And all you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/golden. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/golden to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Welcome back. Nicole, if you were to delete something from the record, something you don't even want aliens to really know about, because you're like, this is not
it doesn't
correct
need to
what we are
make
up
it to them.
What would you delete?
Talking about people's bodies. I hate it. Whether it's good or bad, let's just not do it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Caleb recently tweeted something, Caleb Heron, former host of the pod for the little freaks listening, that I loved, which was, it was when Elon Musk was getting roasted online for like that picture of him in the water.
Oh, yeah.
And people were like, ew, he looks bad. And Caleb tweeted, Elon Musk is not going to read your tweet about his little fucked up body, but your friend with a little fucked up body is. And I was like, straight up.
Yeah.
Shut up about it. There's so many things to dislike about Elon Musk.
Yeah.
We don't need to talk about his
It's
body.
literally boring to talk about his body.
We can actually
Talk about the
so
other
much
stuff.
not to like about him that is more compelling than the way that he looks at when he's having a nice time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he knows what he looks like. He doesn't know. People know what they look like. They don't need anyone to be like, hey, just so you know, like, you're fat. And it's like, yeah, I know that. I knew that when I broke a chair, like, couldn't fit through a door. Like, I know, you know? Or it's like, your face is fucked up. Yeah, I fell down. I know. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, people know what they look like.
Like, I promise you I've noticed that thing that you're going to say in the mirror before. Like, I know.
Yeah, it's like caricature artists who are like, hey, did you know that your nose is fucked up? So I'm going to draw it as fucked up as I can for you.
Literally my worst fear is to have one of those portraits done of myself. I like already know what it would look like.
It's like, first of all, that's already how we all see ourselves, right? As like the caricature version of ourselves. We're like, here's my flaw. It's the biggest thing about me. And people are like, I barely see that.
Yeah.
And so that's where it starts. Is like, shut up, I've already seen it. And I've seen it bigger than you have.
Yeah.
Whatever you have to criticize, I promise you my mirror makes it more apparent to me.
Yeah.
I'm not learning with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the whole Adele discourse, I was like, who cares? Can she still fucking sing? Yes, great.
Yeah.
And even if she can't sing, we gotta leave her alone.
Yeah.
Like,
let her live.
It's just, there's no point in it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just so weird.
I would be so bummed if she couldn't sing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would
Me
be
too.
a huge
Okay,
loss.
just checking.
Yeah, just making sure we're all on the same page.
I'd be sad, but I wouldn't publicly be like, you know.
Yeah. I wouldn't be like mad at her on Twitter.
Yeah, she would be devastated if she couldn't sing anymore.
Yeah, I think she exactly. She would be sad enough.
The way she lives her life, and I think that would be really tricky for her. Adele, girl, we love you, bitch.
Yeah, Adele, we know you're listening. She's a huge listener.
She keeps commenting. It's crazy.
She's obsessed. She reposts everything. Nicole, when I first read that, when I first heard you say that, why did I made it so weird? It reminded me, I worked at this camp where there was a rule called no body talk, which was in part to literally be like, don't talk about other people's bodies, because it was camp for primarily girls. But it was also specifically kind of based on like as people that worked there, we were trained around like, so often when people talk to kids, the first thing that they'll comment on is like, oh, your shirt is so pretty. Or like, I love like the way you did your hair. Like, especially with like little girls, people are like, oh, you know, like talk about the way that they look like first. And I can feel myself doing it too, even when you're like talking to a kid for the first time, you're like, nice shoes or whatever. And it was so nice because these kids knew that this rule was in place. So someone else around them was like, you know, I love your pants or whatever. You'd have these like 9-year-old girls being like, no body talk. Like, I don't really want to talk about my pants. I'm actually really strong.
I love that.
It was so
whenever
sweet.
I meet like a kid, because kids like nailed it. I always try to be like, you look smart.
Yeah.
And then I go, school's not a measure of your smartness because like testing sucks and school does suck. So I'm always like, you are a smart person and you're doing good. I like try really hard because I feel like not enough adults say it. So it's like maybe if I say it, the person that they like watching on TV, that they'll like remember it. And then like anytime someone says something shitty, they're like, yeah, but I'm smart. Someone told me that once.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy, I guess I'm back onto it on TikTok.
Hey, it's
this
okay.
podcast is sponsored by TikTok.
TikTok.
This is an app where but it's this guy. I think he must be a teacher. I don't really understand what the vibe is. He's always around like the same group of like 12 kids, but he interviews them and they're very funny. Like all the kids are hilarious. But the first thing he always says is like,
he's like, Jabri, are you smart?
Yes, and they always say yes. And I'm like, whatever he's saying to these, and then they say things that are like entirely false.
Sure.
And he just is like, correct, go off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, King. But it is literally Bria, like, whatever her, but where he goes, are you smart? And she's, yes!
Yeah, it's so cute.
And I'm like, that
She's
is so cute.
Jabri? No, it's not Jabri. Jabri's from 90 Day Fiancé.
Is it Brielle?
Well, there's a
Brianna. I feel like it's J. I don't know, but
I'll
she's
take
adorable. And he's very nice.
He's very sweet to them, but like the first thing he always asks them before asking them something that might make them feel like they don't know something is to validate that they're intelligent, which is to me like the videos are so cute and fun, and I'm glad he's making them because the kids seem to really enjoy it. But like they seem to get really excited. But I think that's such like an important step in it.
Yeah.
Is to be like, first of all, Are you smart?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, I love that he doesn't correct them.
Yeah.
Because they'll get corrected later in life to no end. People love telling you how wrong you are.
Yeah, eventually when they say, like, I don't know, Idaho is a sandwich that you get. Like, it's like, they're like, he's like, yep, that's correct. That's what Idaho is. And then later someone will be like, that's not what Idaho is. But who cares?
Yeah.
In that moment, they were right about, like, whatever creative thing they decided to say.
Mm-hmm.
I love them.
Yeah. I love them.
I love it too.
I remember one of my most vivid memories is when I was in 3rd grade. Mrs. Marcoux, my math teacher, was teaching like differences in things, and I was really short, still am, and she made me stand on my desk next to the tallest person in the class, just to talk about like the way that is different.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember it being like so embarrassing.
Yeah, that's
I had to climb up on the desk and be like, yep, so I'm shorter than him, so
yeah,
that's just going to be what it is. And, like, she talked about me standing there for a while before I could, like, get down.
Oh, that's so...
Yeah, like, why are we doing that? That's fucking weird. Teachers do a lot of shit that stays with you.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, what? Why?
Why are you telling me?
Why did that teacher make you stand on it? Who cares if you're fucking short?
Put 2 stuffed animals on the desk. One tall, one small.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't need to make it about
But
the
also,
people
like,
in the
what
room.
was the lesson? Some people are tall, and if you stand on something, you too could be tall.
Right.
Yeah, if you add okay, I could figure that out in a million other ways that don't make me stand on my desk.
Yeah.
Which also is a safety hazard.
Right.
Yeah,
Might
you could have
I
fallen
add-
Right,
and
were you
broken
wearing-
something.
were you wearing
Might
a
I add,
helmet?
the tall person had no risk involved in this endeavor.
Now that's interesting.
This was short hatred.
Short hate. Rude.
hate.
Rude.
We have to stop short hate.
We do.
Seriously.
Nicole, what is next on your record?
I think, Nicole, how tall are you?
Nicole, what is your
How
height?
tall I am? I thought I was 5'7", but I brutally found out, I think it was late last year or early this year, that I'm only 5'5".
Oh, wow. Was it
2-inch difference.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Whoa, someone can't do math.
5 to 6, 6, 7, 7. Wait, 5 to 6, 6. Yeah, 2 inches. Oh
Okay,
my
I was
god!
right the first time.
No one can do math here.
And here, kidding. Little freaks, if you're listening, the problem is that I am not that smart. Because no one told me I was when I was little.
Yeah. Oh, little freaks.
Well,
sound
I'm
off.
here to tell you, you are smart. Next on my list is strip clubs.
Thank you.
Woo!
To go, to be in, to perform, to how do you want it?
All of the above.
All
Oh
of the-
no! Am I okay? All of the above. I love a strip club. I love strippers. I love sex work. I think it's real work. They're very impressive, and yeah, I think aliens or whoever's out there will be like, oh, heels, bikinis,
Yeah.
titties, money, fun.
They
Yeah.
should be celebrated like our biggest athletes.
Yes. Oh my god.
I think so.
It's
I don't know why
incredible.
pole dancing isn't in the Olympics. It's wild what
It's-
these girls do.
It should be at least like gymnastics is in the Olympics. Like, score what they're doing. It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
I first went to a strip club the first time, I was with a group of guys who were like, let's go to a strip club. And I was like, sure. Like, okay. And then I had the most fun of any of us. I was having a blast. I made
Yeah.
friends with the strip. Like, I was like, I'm buying
Yeah.
all my friends' dances just so I could have conversations with the girls. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, let's bring them over. Let's go.
Yeah.
And they're all lovely. Everyone that I've met that's stripping is lovely. And they have more talent than I will ever have in my life.
The strength, the sheer physical strength, it's incredible. It's like mesmerizing
When
to
they
watch.
go upside down, I'm
What?
like, what is going
How
on
do
with
they
you?
do
How are you
that?
doing that?
How do they do that?
It's so fun. And in heels?
In
And
heels.
landing.
and
Everything
smiling,
they do-
like they're like, it's such a, I don't know. It's
the
incredible.
body control. I was a gymnast for a minute and I didn't have the face control for it. Like,
Yeah.
they were like, you
Oh
should
no.
What was your face doing?
Well, when I even just still like run, like if you take a picture of me in motion, my face, it's doing something.
Like, Okay.
It's disfigured.
Oh,
It's like
sure.
my mouth is where it's my face doesn't. I don't know how to control it if I'm focused on something else.
Got it.
And that's what I've learned.
Okay.
Over time, in pictures of me doing feats of strength.
Feats of strength.
But what's wrong with that?
Nothing is
That's
wrong
a
with
fun
it.
You're
thing.
focusing.
Nothing is wrong with it. What I'm saying is, it is a skill to be able to control that.
Yeah,
One I lack.
I see.
And one that strippers don't lack. They look gorgeous the entire time while they're doing something I couldn't do in a million years.
Yeah.
You could if you took a class.
Wait, Nicole, are you promoting a class?
I don't know. I take classes and I fucking love it. It's great.
That is so cool.
Where do you take a class on it?
It's a place called Luscious Maven in North Hollywood.
Ooh, North Hollywood. The pearl of Los Angeles.
Gotta love it. Gotta you get over the hill. It's hotter.
It's hotter.
Yeah, what was there was like the at-home stripping class. The Flirty Girl Fitness? Is that what it was called?
What is flirty girl fitness?
You just made that up.
Never mind. Never mind.
Flirty Girl Fitness?
I was kidding.
No, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I'm there, dude.
It's a thing. They like install a pole in your house.
Permanently closed.
Well, that was probably a pandemic thing.
Permanently closed.
No.
It was a women's only gym with a range of upbeat cardio focused classes like pole dancing and bar. Oh, it was in Chicago.
In Chicago, but I swear you could get it in your own house. I just know that my mom's friends like installed a pole in her house and was having girls over to do Flirty Girl
That's so
Fitness.
fun.
I love it.
That's such a fun group activity. Honestly, okay, that's cool.
I'm getting a group of friends. We're going. First of all, I'm making a group of friends. First of all,
I need to make like
Yeah,
Step
get
one,
a group of
4
friends
to 5
first.
friends.
Step one, I'm gonna make some friends.
You got this, Shelby.
I'm taking up stripping.
Yes.
I think you should do it.
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
Done and done.
I mean, if I was good at it, I would strip.
Yeah.
If I was good at so many things, I would be doing more of it. If I could pole dance, you would have a hard time pulling me off the pole. If I could spin myself the way I see them do it, with seemingly no effort, which I know is not true. I know that's just because they're talented, but to make it look effortless while you spin upside down around a pole naked.
That's crazy.
If I could do that, you couldn't stop me.
It would be constant. Yeah. We'd have to be like, Shelby,
You'd have to
come
ask
home.
me to take me.
You need to eat. Yeah.
I would be.
Shelby, when was the last time you drank water?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You'd have to give me one of those hamster bottles while I'm upside down on the pole. And then go back to what I was up to.
Yeah. Where you were up to, which is, yeah. I think that's a perfect thing to tell the aliens about.
Right?
Yeah.
And they could take a spin on the pole. It'll be a good time.
I imagine them as being very flexible too.
Yeah. So my image of aliens, which could be wrong, is that they are like jelly.
Boneless. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Wait, me too.
Boneless?
Yeah.
They're like, they could do, I'm imagining like the sort of an arm. It's not a tentacle, but almost a tentacle.
All those things that they were like sticky. You would get them in a little pack and you could fling them out a window.
The sticky
and they would,
hands.
Like, fall
Oh,
off.
yeah.
I
And then
think
they,
of
like,
aliens
dust gets on them.
like that.
They get so
But
dusty.
they're not as sticky as that, but they're as just bendy.
So like Elastigirl.
Okay. I like that. I'm here for that. I'm here for sticky aliens.
And I like thinking that they're when I think of aliens, I like to think that they come down and join us for a while. I like thinking that when they do, now they're gonna be in the proponent of people, which is a growing class of people saying like sex work is work. Sex workers are like very worthy. Like things, and then they join that movement, and if there's enough of them, we start winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like what
This is how I win.
it's sort of like what Democratic voters did in Vermont and turned the state blue.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah. I think that's a good example.
Sure.
It's sort of a similar thing of like the aliens come down and we're like, hey guys,
This is what we're up to.
this is what we're up to. And they're like, oh, sure.
We get to them first.
Obviously, we have a couple on the podcast, needless to say.
Yeah.
We
We get to them first, and we're like, first of all, before you go any further,
Yeah. Sex workers work.
Check this out. And then they're like, that's the coolest thing I've seen since I've been here. Nicole, what is next on your records?
Mushrooms.
Oh. Like recreational ones, or like just the like to eat?
The ones you get at Whole Foods. No, I'm kidding. Fucking mushrooms that make you trip, dude.
Totally.
You're like shiitake and cremini.
I was like, God, I had such good mushrooms last night.
You just like,
I like how you asked it. So the ones, the recreationally, yeah, the ones that fucking make you hug a tree.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that.
Thank you for saying that.
When was your first experience with them?
I think high school. I took them in high school. Tripped, had a nice time. I was like, that's fun. And then I didn't really do them again until my late 20s. I went to a fond memory is I went to a Lady Gaga concert after drinking mushroom tea.
Ooh.
And was tripping so hard at
Lady Gaga.
Like fucking at Lady Gaga at her concert. It was at like Mets. I don't know, wherever the Mets play in New York, some fucking stadium, and there's just so many people, and they're all like magical and sparkly. And then me and my friend, we took Molly like midway through the concert, and then it like hit with Just Dance, and then I was like, it's so funny. It's a dance song that's telling us to dance. It was delightful. Then we went to a diner after, and we laughed and laughed and laughed. And then now I just kind of take them every time I go to a party. Not enough to trip, but enough to be like, everyone's having a nice time, and so am I.
Yeah. Well, also there's the rise of the microdose.
Yeah.
The rise of the microdose.
The rise of the microdose.
I'm speaking in film titles.
Like a square of chocolate, it's a nice time. You feel good, and then the next day you it's like residual nice feeling. I love mushrooms.
Can we talk about how they need to start making a chocolate bar that is a full bar, and one of the squares is mushrooms, but the rest is not, so that I could eat the whole chocolate bar?
Oh.
Wait, so why can't you just have a separate chocolate bar that's not mushrooms?
And I'll open another packet. And usually they taste good.
Okay.
And it's like the same thing with like edibles, like weed edibles that are like fruit chews. It's like, well, these are really delicious. And I have to stop.
Okay.
Or I'll be in a bad way.
So
fair.
We should get you maybe some
Have you
Welch's
ever
fruit
eaten
snacks.
too many edibles?
Nicole, famously, I accidentally ate 100 milligrams of weed in one evening once. And it was the worst night of my life.
Oh my God.
And I would say just night, but it was a 3-day adventure.
Yeah, that lasts forever.
3 days.
I mean, 100 milligrams?
It was a little more than 100.
Shelby.
It was one of the worst things I've ever done to myself.
Did you throw up?
No! I just paralyzed myself. I don't know if the listeners really ever know this, but I sometimes have seizures. And I got so scared. First of all, I couldn't listen to anything or watch anything because it was too much stimulation. And if I had to go to the bathroom, I was scared that if I walked there, I might have a seizure.
Yeah. I
don't have them often enough for that to be a realistic fear, but it's where I was at. And I army crawled to the bathroom every time I had to go to the bathroom. I laid
Were you
still
alone in your apartment?
I lived alone.
Oh.
And I was like, it was this thing where I kept having to like out loud mantra to myself, like, nobody's ever died from weed. Nobody's ever died from weed. Nobody's ever died from weed. And that worked for so long until I was like, but people have died from other stuff. And I'm high enough that I can make those things happen.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, no.
So you went to sleep and woke up still high?
Yeah, and then the third day was just like a terrible hangover from it all.
Oh, God, Shelby.
Like I hadn't slept in 2 days.
I wonder how many milligrams I took. It might have been like 100. I'm trying to remember. I used to have these, it was like the brand was Kiva and I loved them. But I would take a quarter of one at night and then wake up a little stony, and it was delightful. And then I was like, well, I might as well just take, and then I took a half one, woke up even more stony. I was like, I think this is fun. And then I took like 2 whole ones because I was like, why not? And then I woke up and I was like, oh no.
My God.
And everything happened in slow motion for the whole day.
Yep. And well, also what happened in this adventure was I went to bed, and I'm using air quotes because I woke up and realized I never fell asleep. Like I was just paralyzed. Like I was just laying there like awake.
Oh my God.
Like if someone were to have videotaped me, it would be the scariest film of the
you
year.
would look possessed probably.
Oh no.
Because
I went to sleep. I had like deep slumber and then woke up. Oh no, I took a nap that day. I was like, maybe if I go to sleep, I'll wake up not high.
No.
And I had to go get my nails done at one point. I was like nodding out at the salon. I was like, they must think I'm on something harder. And then took a nap and then woke up and I was like, oh no. Then I had to sit in a hot tub and I was like, I'm gonna die.
You had to sit in a hot tub.
I simply had to sit in a hot tub.
I had to be in a hot tub, but people were gun pointing me about it. No, I love. Now they make edibles taste good. That's like the whole industry.
Yeah,
mushrooms and weed. Any edible drug. They're like, let's make this tasty, and
it's dangerous.
Love that. It makes it way more pleasant to do the thing, but then I want more of it, and I don't have the self-control.
Is that how you got to 100?
Yeah, how did you get to 100?
I got to 100 by mixing up products.
Okay.
One thing that was like 100 and another thing that was like 1,000, and I mixed them.
Oh my God.
And had as much of I
took 50 milligrams once, and I thought that was like the most that anyone had ever taken. Like literally, I was like, that is because for context, I mean, first maybe some of the little freaks, I don't know, probably everyone understands milligrams in weed, but I feel like a norm, like I take to get like really high, I would take 10 maybe.
Yeah,
that's a little much for me. You know, when to take like that much is so that's so much.
It was really, really one of the. It made me be like, well, I shouldn't smoke for a while.
Yeah.
I was like, this isn't for me anymore.
It makes you think about how weed is like kind of intense.
Well, it was one of those things where you're like, this is a drug.
Yeah.
And it should be illegal.
This is not just a fun thing.
Wait, they should make this stuff illegal. Yeah. Nobody should feel the way I felt.
Someone needs to do something about this.
People need to be jailed if they're selling this.
Yeah. No.
It is funny that, like, if you just take a little, you'll giggle. But if you take too much, you're comatose.
Yeah.
You're comatose.
They shouldn't be jailed, by the way. I ate as much as anyone ever has and was fine at the end of it.
Yeah.
It was a bad couple of days. But
yeah, that's
so are so many
wild.
Other things.
Yeah.
But mushrooms, I love mushrooms. Oop.
I think they're delightful. I like microdose every now and again. I'll eat chocolate. I have them in capsule form. Sometimes I'll like one of the best experience I had was singing karaoke in Mexico after eating like 2 caps and a stem. And I was singing She's Like the Wind, and this old lady crossed in front of me, and I was like, she's like the wind. And I was like, is she real? And then me and my 2 friends, I think we were walking only 2 blocks. It took us a half hour. We stopped every 2 steps to just like truly like cackle. And then at one point I picked up a dog that wasn't mine, and I was like, should we keep it? And they're like, put the dog down. It was delightful. And then I went on a date with somebody where we ate mushrooms and went to a movie. And they were like, I'm not high, as they were like gripping the armrest. And I was like, I think you're trying not to float away. And then I went to the bathroom and I was like, oh my God, the carpet is moving. And then I was surfing on the carpet until I was like, I'm in public. And I was like, I can't do that. And then I got to the bathroom and I was like, the wood grain is dancing for me. So I would like dance with the wood, and then I'd get back to the movie, and we went and saw Spies in Disguise, which is like a cartoon. So it was like us tripping on mushrooms and children.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I was cackling just as loud and hard as these kids. I love mushrooms.
One of the first times I ever tripped, I found myself watching now Spotify has like basically music videos when you're listening to a song, like in motion.
Mm-hmm.
But this was pre that. This was pre that where it was just an album cover, and I watched one album cover for like 15 minutes thinking it was moving.
Which album cover?
That's pretty funny.
Did
What
they
was
do
it?
this? I don't even remember what the album is, but it was an image of like elephants in water. And I was like, they are having such a nice time. I was like,
I love that.
I thought they were bathing each other. Like, I was like, this is, what a gorgeous, and I was like, how do they have this never ending? I was like, this.
How did they
I was
manage
like
to make
restarting the song, just being like, they just made this video go on forever. And it was like, yeah, it's a
Technology's
still image.
amazing.
You dumb bitch. I'm sitting there showing my friends, being like,
Well, check it out.
cool film. They were like, you don't know what you're talking about. Nicole, is there anything else left on your records?
Yes, wigs.
Wigs. Thank you.
Yes, the aliens will be like, wait a minute, you can just change your hair whenever you want? And I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, you can look however you can be another person if you want.
Yeah.
In a
Yes.
in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just shake it out, put it on your head, and have a nice time.
Do you want so if we were to show them like we were gonna give them like a sampling, like 5 wigs. Do you want all of them to be realistic? Like this could be your hair, or some of them I guess all things could be your hair. But you know, there's like the more fun ones.
I would do, so if it's only 5, I would probably do like 4 realistic ones and then, or maybe like 3 realistic ones and like 2 nasty little Party City wigs.
Like the almost has tinsel in them. You're like, this isn't this
like
isn't what
really
we look
gross,
like.
ratty wigs.
Yeah.
Or maybe one nasty little Party City one and then like one synthetic one that's been like styled to the heavens.
Yes.
Do we think that the
maybe
aliens...
2 styled to the heavens, 2 realistic, 1 nasty little
can
one.
add
There
more
we
in
go.
if you want.
Yeah, no worries. We can make it 10.
You said 5 and that's what it is.
Well, I'm just trying to preserve space in the ship and whatever.
Right,
but-
because it could be full. Do we think that the aliens have hair? Are we picturing aliens with hair?
It depends where they're from.
Yeah.
I mean, my whole thing with aliens is it depends what planet they're from. If it's a cold planet, yes, they have hair.
Yeah.
Or something like it. But if they're on one of the hot places, probably they've
There's no
adapted to
hair.
not.
Yeah. Makes sense.
We have some because some places are really hot and some places are really cold. So it doesn't make sense for humans to be hairless or covered.
Yeah.
But then we have like, I don't know, like bears.
Right.
And they're absolutely fucking covered in
Well, they're
stuff.
totally covered in hair. Yeah. That's
Yeah, but some of them live at the like fucking North Pole. No, that's not real. They live in
It's real.
Antarctica?
It's real.
Hey, it's okay. It's real. Yeah.
It's just saying.
Wait, is the North Pole real?
Yeah, it's just not where Santa
It's
lives.
not like I mean, well, sorry to anyone listening who maybe isn't sure about Santa. Spoiler alert. Like I don't think he's real, but the North Pole is a place that.
And the South Pole
Well-
is Antarctica.
No.
Color me surprised.
You're
I
right.
didn't know that.
Hey,
That's
this is an
kind of
educational
what the
podcast.
podcast
It's a
is
science
about,
podcast.
actually.
Yeah, no, but I guess are bears in hot places? I got bears in
Koala
hot
bears, I think, are
places.
in like
Australia.
Australia, and it's like hot there and shit.
God, did we recover them?
There's definitely
Sorry, I was gonna make it so depressing. So many koalas were dying in the wildfires in Australia.
Oh,
Oh no.
And I think we were trying to save them at some point. We being the human race.
koalas are pretty.
The 4 of us in this room, Nicole. You don't know
we
this.
were trying to
Me,
save
Casey, Anya, and
them.
EJ we were doing a lot of outreach
We're
to
spearheading
koalas.
the sort of koala saving initiative. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have hair if they're from one of the cold places.
Okay.
And I don't think they do if they're from one of the hot
And that's
ones.
Jupiter, or like which one's cold? Pluto's cold.
The ones that are further from the sun.
Yeah, totally.
Well, there is no life on any of the planets in our solar system, right?
Well,
See,
we don't think.
we
But then
don't
they
think so.
thought that they got water on Mars, and then it's like, well, if there's water, this is one of the worst things about science to me because
Yeah.
I disagree with it inherently.
Yeah.
They're saying that if there's and let me be clear, I don't know what I'm talking about. So it makes me mad, but only from a standpoint of I've not educated myself on the topic.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
life on Earth requires water.
Yes.
And
Yes.
scientists are like, oh, well, then on these other planets, there needs to be water for life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, there needs to be water for Earth life. But there might be alien life that doesn't need water. Why are we using water as the descriptor of all life if that's only what we've found here?
Uh-oh. I guess you should be a fucking scientist because, wow.
Right, though? And they also said that the reason they used numbers in the original Golden Records is because they were universal. And I'm like, numbers aren't universal, they're earthly.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, you are right.
And so it's one of those things where I'm like, our scientists, I love you guys so much, and I think you're doing incredible work, and I believe in you wholeheartedly.
Me too. I love the scientists.
But you guys are short-sighted.
Oh.
You guys are thinking only through the confines of what we already have. They need to go trip. They need a trip.
They need to eat some mushrooms and fucking disconnect from this reality and get on a different plane.
And be like, wait, all the things we think to be true might not be true for other life.
Correct.
Which I think could be really scary if they were to ultimately publish it. I think that would be something that would haunt me. If they were if they were to be like,
we don't want you to be haunted.
If they were like, life could be anywhere, actually, I'd be like, wait, hold on, what's up?
Yeah. Whoa, wait, we were just joking around.
But they're kind of like, oh, the temperatures can sustain life. And I'm like, couldn't there be things that exist in temperatures that we don't think things can survive at?
I mean, case in point, the bottom of the ocean. What's going on there? You know what I mean?
A lot of weird shit. There might be aliens down there.
I would classify the giant squid. I would classify the giant squid as some sort of, I mean, not alien life form. What even is that? You know? You know what I mean?
Nicole, we're running out of time, so I want to make sure we hit everything. Is there anything else on your list?
Dunkaroos, strip clubs, wigs, vodka sodas, and mushrooms. That's it.
It's perfect.
Nicole,
that's just my shopping list.
I think it's teaching the aliens how to have a nice time.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think so too. They're all like my favorite things.
Yeah, I think it's like you're really giving them a picture of like, hey, when we're down here, we have the opportunity to have fun.
Right. We're not all just frowns and rain clouds.
We are not frowns and rain clouds.
Here on Earth, we're not all frowns and rain clouds. Sometimes we're Dunkaroos in a wig with a vodka soda.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
Wait, that was perfect.
That's a perfect record.
Thank you.
Nicole, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
At literally any time.
Yeah. No, please.
We love you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
That was a Headgum original.